Floozy hit a slender lead. It's Floozy just in front. Scud very late. Floozy's won the Silk Stocking.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 355 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. This week we're going to preview our runners for Country Music Raceday at Doomben on Saturday, and also Golden Boom in the Group 1 Moir Stakes at Moonee Valley. Morning, Tony. Well, spring has officially sprung this week and we've got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, isn't it? It's definitely spring. The weather's amazing here anyway. It wasn't so good in Melbourne on the weekend. It was bloody cold, but here in Queensland the weather's beautiful. You can tell spring's in the air.
Absolutely.
The racing's certainly starting to heat up down south, and we're well and truly into our off-season spring racing here in Brisbane.
And last Saturday, let's start down south. A couple of good runs by Zarastro and Antino at Caulfield. How have they both come through it?
They've both come through really well. Zarastro got caught in a bit of an awkward spot where he was sort of in front but not able to cross that horse to his inside, and the pressure just built around that tricky Caulfield corner, and he just struggled to touch when that happened. I thought his run was a definite pass mark, and we'll step him up now to the 1400 of the Rupert Clark, and that's a race I've always had in mind for him second up. So he's well and truly where he needs to be. Antino I thought was great. He was wide throughout, come wide. I made a bit of an early run at them and not nowhere near his peak fitness yet. So that was the perfect first up run for him. He's come through it beautifully. He's well and truly on target for the Mackay Diva where he ran second up last year. I think I'm ahead. I know I'm ahead of where I was last year. So it sets up for a pretty mouth-watering clash early in the spring. There'll be a lot of really good weight for H horses in that race at Flemington in 2 weeks. So both horses happy with their first up runs. They've come through it really, really well, and you'll see really good improvement into their second up runs. Okay,
and here at Eagle Farm, 3 wins with Arisphere, Give Giggles and Ready for the Trip.
Yeah, they were great. Give Giggles is typical mare in form. She couldn't be racing any better. She's almost down to the Wheatwood.
Okay.
Hopefully she gets a spot there. Arisphere just loves good ground. Raced beautifully on a wet track and just couldn't accelerate the previous start. Got on good ground on the weekend and was brilliant. So no, the team's racing really well back here. Can't fault the way we're going here, and hopefully it can continue this week for Country Music Raceday. What a fun day. Absolutely. It's a really fun day at the races. So all you country music fans, get out there and enjoy Country Music Raceday.
Yeah. Well, this week we also have our latest promotion courtesy of the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. The prize is a night's accommodation with a buffet breakfast at the Ibis Brisbane Airport. To enter, head to our Facebook page, look for this week's post about the Final Gallop, click on the link that we provide, enter your details to go into the draw, and the winner will be announced on next week's show. Okay, on to our preview for Saturday. We'll start with Moonee Valley. The rail will be in the true position with the track currently a soft 5 and forecast for mostly sunny conditions ahead.
Yeah, which is good. Totally different forecast to what we had in Melbourne last week, but that's pretty standard of Melbourne. Forecast changes from hour to hour, let alone week to week. So we're looking for, it'll be a fast run Moir. They'll get up and going.
Okay. It is race 9, the Group 1 Moir over the 1,000 metres. Zoo Style came third for us in this race a few seasons ago. This year we have Golden Boom. He'll carry 58.5 kilos with Ryan Maloney riding, barrier at 15. With Ladbrokes, he's currently paying $23 to win and $6 for the place. Was a gallant third when first up in the Norman Carline Stakes at Moonee Valley 2 weeks ago. He wasn't beaten far in that race by the favourite for the Moir, and Golden Boom does have a very good second up record.
He's a much better second up this time than what he was. He just was a little bit soft first up for him. He looked good at the parade, he paraded well, but he's improved off it. I seen him last Friday when I was down in Melbourne, and he's definitely come on from that run. So he's right up where he needs to be now. That's the first up run he needed. The barrier these visitors' draws are they're proving pretty tricky. Obviously in a sharp 1,000 metre race like this, the Emergency's already gained a start. She's a very quick filly with no weight, so made life that little bit trickier. But look, he's a fast horse. We just got to ride him to be fast. We were a touch conservative the other day because he just wasn't fully fit. There'd be no conserving anything on Saturday, so he'll be out to step well and go really quick.
Okay, on to the preview of our runners at Doomben on Saturday. The rail will be in the 2.5 metre position with the track currently a soft 5. Mostly fine weather forecast for the rest of the week, so there's every chance we should get back to a good 4.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, this look at the weather here at the moment. It's just gorgeous. So, we'll get back to a good 4 here. This track race quite fast last week. It raced really fast yesterday at Ipswich. No pressure on the track curators, but they've got to get the watering right in this early spring weather. Still probably watering like we're in winter. So hopefully a little bit more juice goes onto the track and we get a and we get a nice good 4 surface rather than those good 3s early in the meeting. I think it's a bit early in the year to be getting quick tracks like this. So that's what I'm hopeful of, a nice good 4 there at Doomben. But the surface is great over there. That 2.5 metre rail makes for fairly fair racing.
Okay, we start our runners in race 4, which is the 3-year-old handicap over the 1,200 metres. We'll have Impervious running with Angela Jones riding 53.5 kilos, barrier 3. With Ladbrokes, she's paying $2.90 to win and $1.35 for the place. She did show strength late to win last start at the same trip at Eagle Farm.
Yeah, she's a really good filly. She's improving with each time. Her first racing prep, she was good, but she's come back so much better this prep. She's so versatile, we can put her wherever she likes. She was able to sit outside lead the other day, and she adapted well to that position, which I wasn't sure that she would. So she's really come of age mentally, how she's handling things. The low draw, good jockey, well weighted. Great respect for Kelly's horse, and obviously is one of our better 2-year-olds for the season, Sunrays. We haven't met Sunrays before. It was deep and was a good win, but we were held up in behind them and didn't get any luck at all. There wasn't much between the two. We made her slightly better at the weights than that occasion. I like our chances here. We're third up, we're fully fit. She's first up. So I think Sunrays is vulnerable at Saturday, and I think we can hopefully find that vulnerability.
Okay. Race 5 is the benchmark 70 handicap over the 1,615 metres. We'll have 2 runners. We'll start with Exceed Speed. He'll carry 60.5 kilos with Ben Thompson riding barrier 5. And with Ladbrokes, he's paying $5 to win and $2.10 for the place. Good win last start at Eagle Farm over the 1,400 metres. First up to the mile now.
He's crying out for the mile, I've got no doubt. The way that we're riding him, this preparation, letting him find his feet and run on, this is what he's wanted all along. I like him. He's going particularly well, this horse. The track's got to play favourable for him, but we've got a nice enough draw and we've got a good informed jockey, so ticks a lot of boxes.
Make a Call will carry 58 kilos with Angela Jones riding barrier 1, and Make a Call is paying $6 to win with Ladbrokes and $2.35 for the place. Was a winner 2 starts ago at the same track and trip. Last start had to make a big run from the rear and still finished off well for 4.
He run good. I think he saves his better racing for Doomben, more so than Eagle Farm. I think that's pretty clear. The 2 wins he's had for us have both been at Doomben, and you'd think his pattern he'd suit the bigger track, but he just doesn't seem to let down as well at Eagle Farm. His run was okay the other day, but there were horses better than him from behind him. So we just made a couple of subtle gear changes with him. A lugging bit goes on, a bubble cheeker goes on one side as well, just so that when Angela's asking for an effort from him, he's not boring in so much. He's just costing himself a lot of momentum. So his work in the gear's been great. The horse looks fantastic.
He does.
We all know the horse has got the ability. He's had it from day one at Peter Snowden's, let alone now. It's just a matter of him executing things well. I think the horse is in good order. He can run well. He's just got a few more tricks, I think, than what Exceed Speed does. So for me, Exceed Speed goes on top, just for the fact that I've always had the feeling that he wants this mile. And if I'm right, he'll be very good.
We go to race 6, which is the Class 3 handicap over the 1,350 metres, and we'll have 3 runners. We'll start with Ludovisi, who will carry 60 kilos with Ben Thompson in the saddle, and he'll jump from barrier 13. Ludovisi is paying $12 to win with Ladbrokes and $3.80 for the place. First up for the preparation, and did win first up last prep over the same trip. Looked good in a trial last week under minimal riding.
It's going very good. Nothing wrong with the way the horse is going. Couldn't be going better. He probably would love a bit of juice in the ground, which he probably won't get. But like we spoke with Exceed Speed, he's got a good informed jock. Horse looks great. 1350s his go fresh up. It's just a matter of where Ben gets in running on him. So we'll know more as this field, as we get closer to scratching time, of who's going to be in and who's not. But he's certainly going well enough to win. Okay,
the next one is Voracious. He'll carry 59.5 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 6, and he is paying $5.50 to win and $2.20 for the place. Another first up for us, who was a first up winner last preparation over a similar trip, was in the same trial as Ludovisi last week and looked just as good.
He trialled good. He was a lot better in his second trial than he was his first jump out. My only worry is he's a big round-barreled horse.
It's a fatty.
To me, just looks like he might want the run. He started off in much lesser grade. He won a race at Toowoomba first up for us, 1300, I think, when he first comes. So this is a lot stronger grade, but his racing pattern is so good. He bounces and finds a spot forward to the speed. So look, he can run well, and if Doomben's playing that way, he'll certainly stay short in the market. I'm just a little bit concerned where I run short with him.
Okay. Boom Shot is the third one. He'll carry 59 kilos. CJ Graham rides barrier 3. He's paying $11 to win and $3.60 for the place. His third up for the preparation and hasn't been far away in either of his runs back, both at Eagle Farm, and has a fairly good third up record.
He's better at Doomben. He's never far away in anything. I do like the way that he's beginning better. He worries me. I think his better racing is going to be on tracks with a bit more cut in the ground, so I really hope this track doesn't firm up too much for him, but he's certainly going well enough to run well in a race like this, because he is beginning better and giving himself a better chance in running. I do think this is the outer distance range for him, 1350.
Okay.
He certainly, his form's good enough to win. He's very hard to catch, however.
Okay, so how are you splitting those two?
Voracious has got the better racing pattern. It all depends how the track plays, but at the odds, I'd play Ludovisi at the odds.
Okay. Race 8 is the Class 6 plate over 1,350 metres and substantial. Will race in this with 58.5 kilos. Ben Thompson rides barrier 9. He's paying $9.50 to win and $3 for the place with Ladbrokes. He is another first up for this campaign. Had a jump out and a trial to get ready. Excellent through the line in his last week's trial.
Yeah, he's going well. He's ready to race. He just saves his better racing for Eagle Farm is the only negative for him. He just struggles to quicken on corners, and Doomben's all about quickening down that dip off the corner. So that's where he struggles. He just loses his mojo and then he finishes off well. So whether he can run well enough fresh up at Doomben to win, I'm not sure. If you look at his record, he's a brilliant 7 furlong record at Eagle Farm. So when I can get him back there, the whole world will change for him. So for me, he'll run well. He'll run top 4 or 5. He just struggles to run his best races at Doomben.
Okay. Race 9 is the benchmark 78 handicap over 1,200 metres. We have 2 runners in this, and we'll start with About to Explode. He will carry 59 kilos. Ben Thompson will ride, and he will jump from barrier 9. He's paying $3.70 to win with Ladbrokes and $1.50 for the place. Good win last start in this grade over the 1,200 at Eagle Farm, and he will be finishing off with a big run.
Yeah, he couldn't be going much better. The inside draw really helped him the other day. The trickier draw here is a bit trickier, but it's a big field. There's a lot more to play out here with scratchings, etc., etc. He does look well placed. Ben can find a midfield spot on him. He'll chime into the race well. He's a horse that's in good form. He's better than what he was second up. He's better into this third up. He's really improved, this horse.
The other runner we have is Gospel Girl. She'll carry 57 kilos with Emily Lang's 1.5 kilo claim, and she has drawn barrier 11. With Ladbrokes, she's paying $4.20 to win and $1.80 for the place. Coming off back-to-back wins at the 1,200 metres at Eagle Farm. Drawn a bit sticky for Doomben, so she'll need a little bit of luck. Yeah,
she will. I'll just assess what I do with her. There is an option to go to a race next week with her if I want to leave her. So I'll have a look at the race. She's low flying at the moment, but she did it the tough way the other day, and she did it well. She was the first horse, I suppose, to race off fence the entire, which as the day went on, it wasn't as big a disadvantage as what you first may have thought. But she's going so good, this mare. When these mares are in form, geez, they can do anything. We saw Give Giggles last week. So look, she's a good chance in the race if I run her. The market tells us that, and she's certainly going well enough. It's just a matter of where I think we'll get from the sticky draw.
So will she go on top of the two?
No, I think About to Explode just because he's drawn better. There's not much between these two. They both won their separate divisions of that style racing, of that sort of grade a fortnight ago. So but I think he's just drawn that couple of pairs in better.
Okay. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who do you think your best Metropolitan winning chances on Saturday?
Yeah, look, I do think I'll win the last. I'd love to have just one of them, I'm not sure, but I think Impervious is my best chance. I'll back her to beat Kelly's horse, although I have got good respect for it.
Okay, your best each-way chance?
I probably could go Exceed Speed, $5. It may be a little bit short for your genuine each way. He's $2.10 the place, so maybe. Or if there was rain around, Ludovisi would definitely be my each way at the good odds. I reckon he'll run, I believe he'll run perfect. So look, I'm going to go Exceed Speed. I'm going to be a little bit soft in my each way market, but I do think it'll run really good top 3 at the mile first go. And they might risk him as we get closer to the day.
Yep. Okay, your best at the provincials. We've got the Sunshine Coast Friday, the Gold Coast and Toowoomba on Saturday.
I'll give one for Sunshine Coast hasn't been kind to me, but I do think a right Rebel could run top 3 up there. He was in an Eagle Farm race, what was a better maiden than what this is, and the blinkers go on, which I think he's crying out for. Toowoomba, Saturday night, we've got a really good team going up there for the provincials. I'll go with Use Your Illusion. Okay. I think he's crying out for dry ground. He's crying out for the 1800. Very fit horse, run really well. And then Gold Coast Saturday at provincials there. got a good team depending on what we send there. I think La Petite Maison is going really, really well. That was the run he needed the other day off the bit of a setback he'd had. He's up and about, and he's better than provincial grade. So I think he's the one up. He's the one at the Gold Coast.
Okay, and your best track worker this week?
Best track worker this week. I can't lay much about down in Melbourne. Cranbourne was a heavy ground on Tuesday, so Golden Boom just ticked it along his paces, which he's up to the mark. So it probably goes back here to Brisbane. I thought Exceed's speed was really good. Most of the horses in for this weekend have worked well. Impervious was very sharp out there on the A-grass too, so she's up to the mark. She's as good as I can get her in the prep. So Kelly's want to be ready.
Okay. Now it is time for Cavs Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. His multi-landed for punters last week. Jesus, that's been a while.
Oh, he was only about a month ago he got one, I think, didn't he? About a month ago. So he's in somewhat form, apart from he had about a 3-month hiatus there, I reckon, at one stage. Lockie would know more than me about his run of outs, but they don't sort of publicise it.
I think you're stretching the truth, saying he's in some kind of form.
Well, he's not as good a form as what I've been of tipping, but he's somewhere there.
Well, anyway, that was Aris Fair, the place, and to give Giggles the win, here's Cav with his chest pumped up this week's multi.
Welcome to Cavs Corner for this week. This week we're going to go to Doomben. We'll go Impervious a win, into About to Explode a win. Hopefully you guys followed last week. You would have got a small dividend. Good luck.
So he's gone Impervious a win into About to Explode a win.
Oh, he's gone the old win.
Win,
He got his
win.
tail up.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
clacking away.
Yeah.
That's him.
Feeling good about himself. Yes. Well, good luck on a Saturday, Tony, with Golden Boom in the Group 1 Moir and a strong team at the Country Music Raceday.
Yeah, no, thank you, Claire. I wish we drew better down in Melbourne. I'll be down there for the Moir and go the Lions Friday night down there. Semi-final start for the AFL.
I do.
So best of luck to all the Lions and all the Lions supporters. And back here, what a day, Country Music Raceday. Big team of runners at Doomben, and with this paradise, spring weather is upon us.
Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone over the weekend.